Diabetes is one of the major predisposing factors to osteoarthritis. And diabetes is actually a disease that affects the body system. When the body cannot produce enough insulin, we have type 1, type 2. But there's something bad about diabetes. It makes the osteoarthritis very worse. So if a patient is diabetic, the person is open to having osteoarthritis, because especially when the patient develops the osteoarthritis over time, the body finds it difficult to heal itself. Because in osteopathy believes that the body can heal itself if given a chance. Definitely, you are going to use drugs and certain manipulation of osteopathic manipulative treatments. But these are basic things that affect the body. So, and also, overusing your body. There's one between exercise and stressing your body. You know, a lot of us do a lot of walking and walking and walking. Over time, you discover that you are feeling pain in your joints. Some of us, when we are walking, we start feeling a cracking sound around that knee joint. Sometimes you feel when you wash with your hands too much. You know, we mothers, we love to wash with our hands. And washing machine will not wash my clothes very well. You are used, before you know, you start having pains in your knuckles. Sometimes when you have a sudden fall, and you don't allow somebody, maybe an osteopath like myself, to work on it, to align the bone back to the anatomical position, osteoarthritis can also develop. And one of the prevailing factors I've discovered now is avascular necrosis among sickle cell. Imagine a patient who is sickle cell and having pain in the hip joint, such that the head of the femur, which is attached to the acetylbulon, is affected. Is already degraded. I want to speak about it. It's already degrading. There's always degeneration. Degeneration is already occurring. So you can imagine this patient that has sickle cell and having osteoarthritis. Let's put it. You can imagine during the crisis, the pain the patient
to be too excruciating.
I tell you, people who have hypertension. Oh my God. Osteoarthritis is a very, very, it goes so bad because there's something called, let me speak in layman language. When there's too much pressure of blood flow, a time will come if the patient has osteoarthritis, let's say for the knee, it will be difficult for the blood to flow to the knee. Because the blood vessel that is taking blood into the other part of the body, there'll be a slow motion, slow movement before you know. And you know, the blood has a way of regenerating our body. You understand?
Yes.
So without the blood, there is no way food can be passed to the body. Nutrients can be passed for you to be a living person. You understand? So these are actually predisposing factors to what causes osteoarthritis. What you eat, and also genetic. You can let's say you can inherit.
Really?
I'm telling you. Osteoarthritis is a genetic.
So it's hereditary.
Very hereditary. Your mom has osteoarthritis or your dad has osteoarthritis. There are ways you can also avoid it. You can reverse it.
Okay.
I have a case patient, my lecturer. In his family, they are obese. So he made up his mind. He said, I noticed that my parents are obese, my siblings are obese. He worked on himself. Okay. He was very intentional about the diet. You understand? So those are also predisposed. So, but these things can actually be reversed when we work on our diet. Some of us now, in the morning, you eat rice. Add it with one robo. Pepsi. Before you know, you will not add them pomo shaki, abodi, you know, all of those things. Then in the afternoon, another something eba with eforido. But plenty meat, you know, Yoruba men now.
Yes.
Yeah, plenty meat, you add it to it. You not add one motina. You know, you make so many. You say that is the only thing that can make it go perfect. In the night, you now look for one inyo with you see that even the food, if you look at the major factor of the food, all carbohydrates, yes. Starch. And guess what? Forgive me, Yoruba people. You say our Yoruba people, I'm also Yoruba. Okay. You say that most people don't really like to eat vegetables, but they like that meat part. We're not saying that meat is bad, but what kind of meat do you consume? I don't eat cow meat. I consume goat meat. Goat meat and ram, yes. But okay. I always recommend goat meat. Okay. And scaly fish, not the catfish, because catfish has a way of affecting the body system. It causes cardiovascular disease. They're one of the predisposing factors that causes cardiovascular disease, and they call them fishes that attract heavy metals. Osteoarthritis is very, very broad because when you're thinking of osteoarthritis, you are thinking it is an old age disease. It is not an old age disease.
I was surprised